Alright, fishaholics, welcome back. We just launched the kayak and it's about 7:20 in the morning. Kind of a late-ish start. I wanted to get out here at first light, but the conditions were a little iffy, so we kind of just waited it out until they got a little nicer, wind dropped a little bit, the fog lightened up, and we're actually ferrying ourselves right now to a new spot that I wanted to hit from the surf. So we're gonna get there, beach the kayak, and give it a shot. All right, this looks pretty nice. Looks like the flood tide just started too, so we're getting a nice little rip forming, and I had to pull the kayak way up on these stones, unfortunately, because I don't want to be walking around the corner and this tide will coming up and washing the kayak away. And we're probably going to go down that way where there's a point with some really nice looking boulders and probably start off down there. So let's throw on the corkers, grab the surf rod, start chucking some plugs, see if we can catch some stripers. All right, this is looking really good. We'll start off with a bomber long shot and see what happens. I'm liking this wind and that we've got some cloud cover still. The first bass that I caught in my last video was out about that way in the kayak, but out, of course, a lot further. Ah, a ton of weeds, man. And this wind isn't making it easy to fish this spot. All right, well, I'm not really confident that'll work, but we're gonna try a couple top water plugs. At least then we can be up and above and out of the weeds. All right, doesn't seem like much is working, so I'm just gonna try the fishaholic fin back. Oh, fish on the fin back. Something small. Oh man. Little cocktail blue. Well, let's fish here. At least we got something. There's another fish. Boom. Little bass, or it might be a sea robin, or another bluefish, I guess. I don't know. Jumbo sea robin. It's got to be like a 3-4 pounder. It's a pretty decent one. Too bad these things didn't get like 10-20 pounds. It'd be so sick to catch. It's like he could almost fly if he wasn't so heavy. All right, well, this bite is kind of beat, and these conditions are getting a bit gnarlier. It feels like the wind picked up to about like 15 or 20, so it's gonna be interesting once we get back out there. But let's work our way down towards the kayak. All right, you know what? Let's switch over to a lighter setup and fish on the inside here and wait until this tide gets up a little bit higher, then we'll get back out there in the kayak. Whoa, did you see that? Look at that sea robin right here. Look at this. These things are insane. Look at them. It's crazy. Oh my God. Oh, that was too easy. Oh man. It's like a love-hate relationship with these sea robins. Alright, it's time to get back out there. We're gonna head into the main rip and I guess just try it out, see how rough it is, and see if we can mark some fish. Oh, bit gnarly out here. Holy crap. This might not be a good spot to try and fish. This is insane right now. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is the safest thing we could do. This current's really ripping. Quite a bit of chop right there that we just went right through. Whew. That was actually kind of cool, but a little sketch. We'll take a couple drops, see if we get anything. If we don't, then we'll head to a more secluded area, maybe come back here towards the end of the tide. All right, so we made a move up into this nearby creek to get out of the wind and the current. And I think we'll give it like an hour or two up in here. Never fished it, but it looks like a good spot that might have some spring stripers hanging out up in here. A lot of times in the spring they'll go up into the creeks because the water is slightly warmer. I don't think we'll catch anything giant back in here, but we might find some schoolies or small keeper-sized fish. All right, let's try a little DOA cal. I think that'll be better if there's any small fish back in here. Oh, there's a fish. What do we got here? This is something really small. Oh my gosh. That is a baby. He's getting, oh, he's under my seat. He flipped and flopped under my seat. Whew, look at that precious little striper. Wow. It's probably just born last year, maybe, I guess. That was a really small one. There's another one. A little bigger. We're getting there. There's a fish. Way up in this creek. A little bit bigger one. Wow, it's 65 up in here, or what the water temperature is. Out in the main body of water is about 60. This guy's probably up in here looking for some small bait and trying to kind of soak up some sun. It's a little bit better. Nice feisty little schoolie. I just saw a fish over there boil. Could have been a sea robin or it could be a striper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that. Little pile of fish we just went over. Just drop this down right there. There's a fish. Little striper. Stacked right here. They're little, but they're stacked. And you know, as much as I'm trying to catch fish, I'm just kind of kill some time, have a little fun, catch these little schoolies. Boom. Ooh, there's some decent marks down there too. Now that I'm getting out a little bit deeper. Alright, so we left those little diaper stripers. It's about 12 o'clock and we're heading out to the main rip. The current's waning a little bit, wind has died down quite a bit, so it's a lot nicer out here. I'm hoping we can just, you know, find kind of similar what we found up in the creek, you know, marking stacks of fish, but hopefully there'll be bigger stripers out here. All right, so we're gonna start off with a 1.5 ounce S&S Fishaholic jig head with a finback shad. And I'm not marking anything yet, but it looks pretty good. A little bit of current. Oh, got some marks on the screen now. That looks really good. There's a few marks down there. All right, that's the juice right there. We're gonna switch to a lighter finback shad. 1/2 ounce jig head. All right, well, it's been pretty slow for like the last hour and a half. And I guess I spoke too soon when I thought the conditions were getting nicer. This wind picked right back up. And we've got a pretty good chop going on. And I've been marking fish. Had one bite so far, but I've kind of been struggling now. And we're going over another pot of fish here in about 22 feet of water. Looks good. Can we get a bite? Come on, come on. There's a fish. Finally. Got a good bite. Ooh, it's decent fish. One thing I did differently is, you know, I was fishing right along the bottom, and then I took a few turns up because I marked a couple fish mid-water column, and this guy crushed it right away. If you see right there, though, I'm marking fish along the bottom and mid-water column, so it's kind of funny that I couldn't get any right along the bottom within the last like hour or so, but you know what, this tide is really starting to wane now, so maybe these fish will turn on a little bit. Yeah, that's a nice quality 30-incher right there. All right. So unfortunately, that was our final fish of the outing, but fortunately enough, it was also the largest fish, and we fished it really hard and had like 3 or 4 whacks after hooking that 30-incher. And you know, the fish were just finicky. We were marking them the entire time we were out there in that rip, and I saw them push some adult bunker up towards the surface. I was also marking a lot of bait down near the bottom, so I was thinking that they were just really keyed in on that live bait. So, you know, we'll just have to try it again maybe tomorrow or in a couple days, and we'll probably hit the surf hard, you know, pretty soon. So look forward to that, and make sure you guys check out the description. I'll put all my tackle and equipment down there if you're curious, and that's about it. Like always, never forget, live to fish, fish to live.